Good evening. Man, let's take off my volume. We'll wait for a few more people before I get started. All right, I'll go ahead and get started. All right. So the question was, how did I learn Elliott Wave? So I just made a comment. I mean, it's YouTube is such a great resource. I mean, perfect example. When I was in my early 20s, I bought my first house. It actually happened. It was actually in 2008 during the financial crisis. I was young then, didn't know what was going on in the markets, and never understood what the financial crisis really was. And I ended up buying a house, and the lender that I used, basically, this is, keep in mind, I'm a first time home buyer. The bank I was using, basically, what was it? I financed the home through Wells Fargo, but then I went to my local bank because they promised me and told me that I had the income and everything in order to justify a construction loan to kind of rehab this house, right? Well, again, it was during the 2008 financial crisis, and sure enough, I provided all the documents to get everything completed. I crossed my T's, dotted my I's. I gave them everything. They kept saying, we're good, we're good, we're good. And all of a sudden, days go by with no word back. And then all of a sudden, I read the paper, and my local bank got taken over by the Fed. So they got taken over. I talked to the new bank that took over or bought the bank out, and they basically told me that I had no prayer on getting this construction loan. So here I am, already gutted out at a house that I was going to use funds to kind of try to get the work subbed out. So what did I do? I turned to YouTube. So the only thing I knew how to do was freaking put a nail into the wall with a hammer. That's all I knew in terms of construction. So I turned to YouTube, and I tell you what, I learned everything from framing to electrical to plumbing to my dad's a drywall, so I learned from him on drywall. I mean, I basically was stuck with a house that I needed to rehab. I had no money at the time, so I turned to YouTube and learned everything. So where I'm going with this, YouTube is an amazing resource. I mean, I spent countless and countless hours learning Elliott Wave. You don't have to pay someone. I spent thousands to try to, on courses to trying to freaking figure out how to trade. But I mean, I learned the hard way. I used real money to learn how to trade, which is never recommended. I was that impatient guy. I didn't want to mess around with paper trading. I was just too impatient and just wanted to get at it because I knew I was so confident. I knew what I was doing. Come to find out, I didn't know what the hell I was doing. So I spent countless hours learning to trade the wrong way, and leveraged whatever resources that were available. Hint, hint, YouTube on Elliott Wave. So I don't expect anybody to pay to kind of learn this stuff. It's, I mean, the stuff here. I mean, Danny's course is it's the best bar none. For $97, you get literally thousands and thousands of dollars in value for 97 bucks. I mean, you can't get a 4-year degree for $97, okay? If the plan is to trade full time. It's amazing. So, and he's right. When he went through those different courses on his TikTok video, showing 5,000 here, 10 grand here, 3,700 here. I mean, you guys are getting what they're offering for 5 grand just by being a part of this Discord channel. So every one of the traders, the experienced traders, they have a skill set. I mean, and when you pull those resources together, right, and you guys can actually leverage that, that's priceless, and the channel's free. Okay, so I mean, I don't know what else to say about it. It's just, I mean, 97 bucks. It's freaking cheap. I spent that in a month on coffee. so yeah. So just keep watching, keep following me, ATM Traders, or ATM Traders. Yeah, ATM Traders. Keep following us, right? I mean, this is what we do, Elliott Wave. I'll continue putting out training content, educational content, that is. Danny's got a course coming out on Elliott Wave. Watch out for that. Those of you that are, I mean, I just joined the group several months back. I mean, I knew Danny back when I was in Cam the Man's Discord channel, but I just recently, a couple months ago, joined this group, Ace Ventures. So I get that some of you are new and you're eager to learn, and just be patient. Do what we do and not what we say, and just spend a lot of time studying. I'm telling you right now, we are in a position where the market's going to turn. It is going to be the tough time to trade this market when it's going down. All right, accounts, the majority of accounts, people who play it right, people who be patient, if they do it right, those accounts will be made. Those that are impatient and try to force trades, and they're just trying to find a path to get rich quick, those accounts are going to get blown. And unfortunately, you're going to have more accounts get blown than those that are actually made. So be patient. It'll pay off in the long run. At the end of the day, a retirement account earns what, 20% annually? Once you guys study, and we find a market, and the market finally reverses, it's gonna be the best opportunity to buy into the market. Okay, and I'm not talking 20% annual returns. I mean, just look at the returns that we're posting. I mean, we've got people making 100% returns on a 1-day trade, right? So it's just, you just gotta be patient. Can't stress it enough. So let's do this. Well, today was the day to short. Even though it was low volume, I mean, let's just measure it out on the SPY. So it took, see how many bars? Look on the 2 hour. Let's do 4 hour. So on this day, when the market first bled, we had a 4% drop, whereas today we only had a 2.5% drop almost. So I mean, yeah, today was the day to short, but it just, I don't know, it just didn't feel right to short. So for those that actually got short on the market, did a damn good job and made some money, but it's just I don't know. Today just didn't feel right. I think today was one of those days where bears were going to get trapped. I mean, and look right here, the TTM squeeze fired off right now. So now we're consolidating. So I think what we'll end up seeing is, and I mean, the market's already trying to catch a bid as it is. I mean, it's not a lot of volume, so I mean, I'm just curious to know what tonight's going to be in store for us. But if I look at the 15-minute, I mean, futures are up a tad. It's up a hair. But so I don't know. It's going to be very interesting tonight and then tomorrow morning in pre-market to see what we do. But I'm expecting a move up to retest this area right here. And actually, let me update that. Okay, so I mean, here's what I'm expecting. I'm looking for futures to kind of come up and retest into this zone and get rejected. In the big picture, here's what I'm looking at for the SPY. I'm gonna hide this so it doesn't get in the way. So, in the bigger picture, we're still in an ABC move, right? You'll notice this big 1 and 2. So I've got a wave 1 from this B. Okay, I've got a wave 1 here and a wave 2 pullback in the bigger degree. Okay. So I have my 1-2 setup. It's just the market was not doing what I wanted it to do. It was low volume. It just felt like no one showed up to play. So maybe it was some profit taking. Maybe. So I don't know. So next week's gonna be an interesting week. But so I've got my 1-2 set up, and then I had another micro 1-2 set up. So really, I had where's my 382 level? There's my 382. So I was expecting for the triangle to end here, then bounce back for a smaller 1-2 setup. So if you guys remembered in my training this morning in that Elliott Wave PowerPoint, when you look at the bigger picture, you can, you've got 5 counts, but if you can actually go deeper into a single wave and find 5 additional waves, right? So impulsive waves, they always take the form of a 5-wave structure, whereas corrective waves, they take an ABC structure. Okay, but when you get more granular, so like on a 5-minute chart, you can actually start counting out waves within a bigger wave. All right, so that's what I was doing. That's why this morning I was expecting, I mentioned in the chat that I think we're still going down, not bouncing up. So I think what's happening tonight is people they saw this move down and they were just like, screw it, I'm gonna throw some puts in. And I think that was the wrong move, because I think what's gonna happen is the market's gonna get bought up until we get into this zone. And it very well most likely get bought up and go fairly slow, but just to trap the bears. So watch out for that. That's what I'm expecting is a move up, and then once there's bulls get caught, then the bears are going to take it right back down. And where I'm targeting for wave 3 is 320 on the 1382 level, which is typically where a wave 3 stops. All right, so wave 3 will come to a 1382 level. We bounce back to a 786 level, which is a slow correction. Remember about wave 4s. Wave 3s are the best waves to play. I just didn't play this one because I'm not too sure. Now, if I can get my pullback, okay, into this resistance area, I'll play that wave 3 down. Because I'm basically, when I can get up here, right, and we get rejected, I am basically, let me pull it out. Where's my drawing tool? There it is. So if I can get up into here, okay, and place a put order, I'm risking this much for this much reward. Okay? So I need the market to come back. Otherwise, if we're going to continue down and hit and grab this wave 3, I'm not touching it. It's already too late. I may, depending on what the market does, I may do a quick day trade and just play this 4. So I'm going to wait for the market. If it does this, come straight down. Kudos to those that actually bought puts then. But I'm going to wait for a pullback into wave 4 to consolidate. Then I'm going to put an entry here and I'll play this move down. But these wave 5s, they're very tricky. They don't always have to complete and reach the 168 level. What they'll end up doing is it'll probably stop here and do a triangle, almost like a bear flag. But so that's what I'm looking for. I really want the market to get bought off or bought up and catch some shorts, or I'm sorry, catch some bulls. And then I can place an entry somewhere in this resistance zone to play the wave 3 down. But if I get this move, this is what we're looking at. Oh, crap. So this is what I'm looking for. So this 5th wave down will complete my C wave. But watch this. So I got an A, B, C, right? If I can get 3 waves down tomorrow, or 5 waves down tomorrow, to complete my C wave, this move down in the bigger degree, so we'll call it the daily, this is just an A wave. So that means we come back up for a B wave, then we really drop in a C wave. That's what I'm shooting for. The market doesn't have to do that though. So I've been tracking the SPX. I wonder if I have it here. It's not it. Let me pull up my... Oh, I thought I had it. Let me grab this one. Maybe it's in here. Damn it. I didn't save it. Alright, well, let's just do this. So this is the SPX. And for those of you who don't know what the SPX is, basically it's the S&P. So you've got the S&P 500, you know what's in it. The symbol for the S&P 500 is the SPX. However, if you notice these prices, not everybody can trade these price levels. So what they do is they create a security called the SPY, and the SPY is 1/10 of the value of this SPX. So basically, if the 3,000, if the SPX is trading at 3,000, the SPY will be at 300. So that's how that works. Okay, here's all right. So here's the 5 wave count from the March lows. No, I've just touched on. Right now we're doing the SP, and I'm gonna go back to the QQQs, or I'll hit the QQQs, and I'll also hit on Peloton and drill anybody that actually took that play in the morning. But so here's the 5 wave count from the March low on the SPX. And this is what I'm expecting. Okay, I'm expecting an A wave. Got that. To finish here, right? Let's call it the 618. And then this is what I need the market to do. Oh, come on, man. I'm like blazing through this, so bear with me. What am I doing? There we go. That's what I need happening. I've said the last several weeks that the SPX needs a healthy pullback, right? I mean, I doubt it's gonna go this deep, but this would target your the 2808, call it 2800 to yeah, call it between. Okay, so basically, it would target the SPY would be at 282 to 287. So that's what the SPY would be at. This pullback would fill the gap here. We've got this gap sitting here, and it's been sitting here for a while. This is the deep, healthy pullback that the market needs before we can actually make new all-time highs, and I'm talking 5,000 plus, or in the case of the SPY, 500 plus. Okay, so I've got a gap here. I think it's 293-ish, somewhere around there, to fill that gap. But if I can get this ABC move down, it'll fill that. Will we get there? You know what? I don't know. I hope the market doesn't do some sort of dumb pull, shallow pullback, and then goes to all-time highs. If that's the case, it's gonna look extremely ugly when we crash again. And the next time that we crash probably won't be for another 10, 20 years. But when we do crash, it's gonna be the worst and the nastiest crash in history. And it's actually gonna be worse than the Great Depression. But that's in 10 to 20 years, so that'll be our children that'll be playing the markets. But so that's what I need. All right, so let's go. Moving on me. All right, so here's the SPY. All right, so here's QQQ. Here's what I'm tracking. Yeah, see, it's barely getting a bid too, so I think it may pop up. Actually, let's see what it completed. Let's see what the QQQs wants to do. B. Where's my tool? All right, so here we go. So I can actually count this. So what I see here is this wave right here down is an A, this move back up is a B, and then from the B, I can actually count a wave. Oh, come on, those damn big circles. Wave 1, a wave 2, a wave 3 bounce, and then a wave 4 is up here. 5. I gotta reduce this. This is ugly. Bear with me. Wave 3, and then we're in the middle of a wave 4 pullback, which is going to take us here. So I can see QQQ catching a bid, grabbing that 4, and then we come back down for a 5 in this area. And this move is actually going to be, we complete 5 here. That hit the 7-6. Alright, so wave 3 actually hit 1, 2, almost 2, 3 degrees down, so I gotta go 1, 2, 3. Alright, so I'm gonna put it right there. So this is what I'm targeting for the first wave. And then when we get that, if we get that, the hell? There we go. All right, and if we get that, let's change the color. All right. All right, so if I can get, if this QQQs can get this pullback into the 4, grab it and come down for a wave 5, that's just going to be A. Then we pull back into resistance for a B, and then we go back down to grab my 3rd wave. Okay, so that's what I'm looking for the SPY to do. And then we pull back into a wave 4, and then we finish off this entire move, okay, in a wave 5, which is the final C wave in the bigger degree. A, so right here, A, B, and then C down, okay? So I've got 1, I've got 2, I've got 3. I've got 3 counts within this C wave, so that's what I'm talking about. In the bigger degree, like the 4-hour, 2-hour daily, I'm counting an A, B, C already. Then when I get to the 5-minute, then I can start counting waves within waves in the smaller degrees. All right. So what I'm looking for the QQQs is to finish off this first 5 waves, bounce up for an A, we bounce up for a B, which is corrective pullbacks take ABC fashion, okay, or form. It's have an ABC structure, so we'll do an ABC up, and then the B wave down to a C. I'll be able to count 5 waves to grab this 3rd wave. All right, so if I'm short in QQQs, it's definitely going to be up here. Now, when will this take place? I couldn't tell you. But the way the market's reacting, this 3rd wave could potentially complete. Actually, I think this entire move can complete next week because of the triple winching. So keep an eye on that. So we're still, for all intents and purposes, guys, we have an ABC formation that still needs to take place and finish. So I think the triple witching next week is going to finish this entire move off. So look for that for the QQQs. Can't speculate time. That's the hard part. All I can tell you is when we drop into an A wave, it's fast, okay? On corrective pullbacks. When we pull back into a B, it's slow. And then wave 4s are notorious for destroying contract values. They will consolidate long, okay? So let's just say if I was short in this market, right? And knowing that I'm in a bigger C wave down and I still need all this to complete, I'm not buying 2 weeks out, which, like I've told people, you don't buy 1 to 2 weeks out to begin with. If you do, those are day trades. But and the other thing is, do not touch weeklies. So if you're going to short this market, go to October, because here's what's going to happen. My expectation was a crash-like move when we drop. We didn't get that. This has been a slow, boring correction, which I hate because I'm impatient. But when it comes to trading, I'm getting a lot better at being patient. So we're getting that small corrective move or correction in the markets. So why the hell does my screen look blurry? Is my stream blurry? I can't tell. Well, I guess not. That was just me. Okay. I was afraid that you guys were looking at blurriness. I'm thinking to myself, how the hell are you guys learning if it's all blurry? But we're good. Okay, cool. So yeah. Yeah, see, it was blurry for me too. It's internet connection. I've got Okay, yeah, see, sometimes it's blurry for me, but then it goes back to normal. Is there a setting in Streamlabs that lets you choose the resolution? Do Hey Philip, do I need to do that, or the end user, the one actually viewing the stream? Okay. I think it's case by case basis. Okay, that's what I thought. All right, thanks, Philip. Yeah, if my stream's a little laggy too, I apologize, because I have every day I've got 3 junior high kids, a high schooler, and then I've got another junior high every other day. All of them are my children and my siblings doing remote learning. So they're tying up my bandwidth, and I'm still hard lined in, and I still get I have that 2 gigabyte plan. So I'm gonna have to reset everything before tomorrow morning. Okay, so yeah, I think it does feel like we're in a very long, boring consolidation, or not consolidation, pullback correction. So I think we'll end up pulling back slowly up until the election, and then once the election's over, then I think we'll start to rally again. So yeah, you're just gonna have to be patient. Like I said, I play the third waves, but if you're gonna short this market, October, November is a good expiration to choose. And here's a tip for everybody that's in here: if you're going to choose a strike, here's what I do to choose my strikes. When I'm playing a move, okay, so let's say if I wanted to play this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 move down. Let's say I'm up here in a wave 2, okay? Let's say if I get back here in a B pullback. My strike is this wave 3, okay? So it's the 1, 2, 3, 6 fib, so 260.80. That would be my strike, okay? So I would buy what I need, and then once I can get my target, what I'll end up doing, I have 2 choices. Either I can just sell it all and ride it and be happy, or I can just sell what I think my number is 75%. So I'll sell 75% of the position, let the rest ride. So we'll pull back. Then if I wanted to buy in some more, I'll add in some more from the profits that I took on wave 3, and then ride that final wave 5 down. But yeah, but I stay with the same strike that I chose for wave 3. Okay, so when I'm playing, whether it's calls or puts or whatever, I do my analysis and I am choosing wave 3 strike price. Because I know I'm playing for it and I know it's going to go past it once I grab that wave 5. So that's how I choose my strikes. So yeah, yep, fibs do. So I do my analysis on the daily, then I find the wave count that the wave that I want to play, or not want to play. So I go to the daily, I find the wave count to see where we're at and where we're headed. When I know where we're currently at and where we're headed, then I'll go into a 15-minute to a 5-minute time frame and see if I can identify the wave count there. But sometimes when you do that, sometimes you have to take a step back to figure out where we're headed, because we can get caught up into a 5-minute wave count and forget, and we end up selling too soon when you take a step back and just to find out, oh shit, I should have kept that contract. So, but yeah, I've got multiple waves on a ticker, as you can see here. I mean, I've got wave counts after wave counts after wave counts. So, but in the bigger degree, in the bigger picture, we're on an ABC move down. Now, let's look at Peloton. So when I had my morning session, we were right here. Yeah, we were up in here. And then when the market opened, it popped and grabbed that wave 5. Okay? And what ended up happening was I drew triangle. This was in the morning, and the hopefully the video's there so you can check it out. So I drew this triangle because we're definitely in a bull flag, okay? So when we opened up, we popped, grabbed the wave 5, and then I told people, watch Peloton stay up in here and get and basically fall off. And that's what happened. So anyone that got on Peloton here trying to play earnings, they lost the contract value all the way down here, and then if they held, they are basically in recovery mode. Okay? Now, for those of you that actually played Peloton and loved to gamble and got in when Peloton was right here, then you're going to be sitting pretty tomorrow morning. Okay? But just be careful. We've already hit that wave 5. So if anyone's in this Peloton, you better watch out for this level. Not that one. See, I can't even count this in the after hours. But here's what I can tell you. You are going to retest this zone in the morning. Okay? And you better believe. Where's my drawing tool? You better believe we're going to get a double top. You know what double top, or what happens to double tops? And just maybe, maybe possibly head, or we got a left shoulder, a head, and then a right shoulder go down. But I don't know. I play Elliott Wave. I don't do the head and shoulders and all that stuff. I just do the wave counts. Occasionally I'll throw in, if I see like a cup and handle or something, I'll throw it in and kind of see where the wave count sits, so I can get confirmation that I'm in the right wave count. So yeah, be careful tomorrow if you're holding Peloton. Play the volatility in the morning at the open. Let's have some fun. Let me do a couple. Well, I'll do a few more tickers. I promised my son that I'd take him out for some ice cream since he got some good grades today. Yeeks. Netflix looks oogly. Okay, so here's the March lows. Right there. So here's what I'm gonna do. I see a clear wave, or a clear clear wave up. Okay, a swing. That's what I meant to say. I see a clear straight swing up and then a pullback. Look, when you're doing a wave count on the daily, look for your pullbacks. That's how you can figure out the swings. Not these kind of little pullbacks. Look for the deep pullbacks, the deep long pullbacks. So once I see that, I then take the top of the candle, bring it down to the low, and this is the March low. And I've got this tool I just used is called the fib retracement tool. I'm going to change my settings. I always use the 50 and the 618 per, I think that's what it is. I already have them preset. That's why I love TradingView, because you can preset your waves or your fibs, and just, I've got this labeled as Elliott Wave pullback, and then I have Elliott Wave as my regular count. So I just go to Elliott Wave pullback, take off the 0 and the 1, and then there's my support. Okay, so I basically took the high here and went down to the low. Okay, so if you're looking for support, you start. Actually, no, I didn't do that. Let's do that again. Okay, yeah. So yeah, if you're gonna move up, you need to go from the top to the top of the candle down. Okay, so this should be your 100% level, and this should be your 0% level. And then what we're looking for is, starting here, we're looking to see if this pullback came down to the 618 or 5. Okay, so if it came pretty close, or if it's in it, right, and it balances up, that's how I know this is 5 waves up. So then what I do is I take my fib retracement tool again, and I do it again. I go top to bottom, but this time I'm going to use my Elliott Wave setting. And then it's too bright for me, so I take it down. And then I start to look at the fib levels to see if I see anything that would correlate to a standard Elliott Wave structure. Okay. So remember in my training this morning, wave 5s typically target the 1764 level, and right here we've got it touched. So I think what happened here was, we've got 5 moves up, then we came down in a pullback, and then we tried to go grab. I mean, we didn't even grab a 3 yet. So I think what's happening is this might be my 3. It's just extended. Oh, what am I doing? Okay, scratch that. I've got my level here. Okay, so I go from the top to the bottom. And okay, so once I do that measurement, I then take it and I put it at the bottom of this candle here, okay, this pullback. So that's what I was wondering, what the hell am I looking at? It didn't look right. So yeah. So I'm gonna recap because I know I screwed that up. So I see a clear swing up from the March lows. So I grab that top, grab the top of that candle, bring it down, go to my settings tool. I'm going to select my pullback settings. Okay. What the hell am I doing? Come on, man. Get it together. Get it together. Okay, so here's my support. So we pull back into support. We barely touched the 618. This is a very, very powerful level. 618 and 5 is. I take the same fib retracement tool. I do the exact same thing. But this time, I'm going to use my Elliott wave settings. When I do that, I then take the entire structure and bring it to the bottom of that pullback right here, okay? Then I look to see if I have anything that would line up with the current Elliott wave structure. So I've got a 382 test come back, a 382 test come back, then it finally wants to come up, and it runs up, and it barely touches the 1236. So that 1236 is a wave 3 fib level. Alright, so now I can count. Got 0, got my wave 1, 2, and then I've got like a more of a, like almost like a triangle type deal. Some sideways action. Then I go to a 3. I pull back into a 4, and this pullback was deep. But remember the rules. 4 pullbacks can't re-enter the wave 1 zone, and it didn't. It stayed above it. Okay, so this is wave 1. Had it broke through and went into this 382 level or past this 382 level, that invalidates my count. And then I'm gonna put 5 where it typically ends, which is up here. So here's Netflix. Now let's check it out on the weekly. So you got a wave 1, wave 2 pull back in here into this support. Then you have a clear wave 3, and then you have a pull back into wave 4. And I don't know what the hell happened here. It was just a pump and dump here. But unless the only way I'm going to get bearish here is if we get past this 453 level, because that's the end of wave 1. Wave 4s cannot enter wave 1. That's the rule. So wave 5, I'm expecting Netflix to come up here. All right. So that's when, I don't know. Let's just measure it. It took It took 77 days to go from wave 2 to wave 3. Okay. And then it took $57 days to pull back. So isn't that crazy? I mean, look at this small pullback in wave 4. Okay, it took 57 days to complete this. That's some long consolidation garbage. But on the other hand, you've got a wave 3, boom, that pops in 77, and you've got this massive run. So yeah, it's in a wave 4. It's tested this 50% retracement level a couple times. I think it's working its way back down. So looking to sell off in the market. If we sell off and we break this wave 1, this isn't the count. We're going down further, and I just basically need to take a step back and recount this whole thing from the March lows. All right, that's Netflix. Let's look at Apple. Oh my god. I swear. I swear Apple can look good one day, then all of a sudden it looks like crap the next. Alright, so I counted this already and I mentioned support needs to hold this area. A break below is bearish. So yeah, so it's still in support. It's still in that 618 to 100 retracement level. So if it breaks, we have big problems. I did read an article, I don't know where the hell that was, that someone was expecting Apple to go under $100. Let's just try to confirm that by using my waves. All right, if we look at, where's the March lows? Here's the March lows. Oh shit. I don't think this is it. I think that dude was onto something. I don't think this is it. I didn't even get a deep retracement. This is the type of shallow pullbacks like garbage I'm talking about. You can't have a shallow pullback and expect to make new all-time highs and for it to be sustainable. It's not sustainable. See, we blew through the 618. We went to the 1. See, this is not the count. Oh my god, this is ballsy, but we're gonna do it. Holy shit. Alright, let's do this. Whoa, that's crazy. I don't know. Let's look somewhere else. I'm gonna look at the 1 hour. Turn this garbage off. Yeah, that's not it either. I'm gonna try one more thing and I'm gonna give you my crazy prediction. Okay, let's try this. I don't like this candle here. I don't know what the hell happened here. What is this? Oh, this was March. This was the sell-off. Okay. Okie dokie. Here we go. All right, I think we got something here. I think really, I really started here. I should really start here. Yeah. I didn't like the way I took this here and then... You know what? I'm not gonna do that. This is what we're gonna do. Okay, yeah. That's what I thought. So Apple decided to, when it pulled back, when it tanked, Apple decided to touch that 382 level. So, and that really faked some buyers out. I mean, look at this. Look at these green candles here, going up, up, and up, and they just raped them. I mean, it just got nasty for Apple. But it got bought back up on the 382 level at 53 bucks. Before the split, I don't know what that would have been. My brain's fried to do some math right now. So here's what I'm gonna do. This is perfect. Okay, this is perfect. Yeah, because I got resistance here, here, break up, now become support. All right. So I've got my wave 1 hitting the 618. Okay, so it stayed there for how long? For about 50 days. So for 50 days, it sat near the 618 level. So it hit that. It came down on the March sell-off. So I can count. We'll start 0. We got count 1. I got to count 2. I don't know why the hell am I using that count. And then I've got to count 3. Which is where you at? The wave 3 typically targets here, and I think I have it. I just didn't get the healthy pullback that we were supposed to get, which is that wave 4. And then, but we hit this wave 5 target. Okay. So I've got wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, 4, and 5. Let's just see where 4 ended up. See, wave 3 should be, it should be targeting here. Or okay. All right, this is going to be crazy, but this is overextended. So I think this is my wave 3. And because it's overextended, I'm looking for Apple to do this. There you go. There's Apple. Oh shit. So yeah, this makes more sense because I knew this. Even though wave 3 is typically hit the 1, 2, 3, 6 extension level, very rarely, but it happens, they'll overextend and reach the 1618 zone. Okay? Um, in order for me to count this level as a wave 3, I needed to pull back into the 764 zone. And I can't, even though I got it here, my wave 3, it's not, wave 3s don't hit 100%. Okay? They typically hit the 1, 2, 3, 6 target. So the fact that I can get this deep pullback tells me this is 3 and 4 is starting to complete. We're on a wave down, or our way down to 4, and that's going to target the $100 range. So with that being said, let's see if my analysis is right. Am I doing this? Okay. So what I did was I measured this entire move up, this wave 3, and I found support at the 5 and the 618 level, which is green. Okay, that's support for Apple. Notice how support is just shy of my 100% level, which I'm expecting to hit for a wave 4 pullback. So we're getting close now. And then what I did was I measured this move here, this move down, so from the top to the bottom, and found resistance here. So I think what this is, I'm gonna try to predict this ABC. Yeah, see, it's Apple's bull flagging hard on the 1 hour. Not bull, sorry, bear flagging. Okay. I mean, it's about as close as you're gonna get. So what I did was here, I found support on this swing up in the wave 3, and then I found resistance based on this move down, and the first strong move down is your A wave. So this is 0, here's A, I'm expecting B, if it hasn't already done so, hit here, and then this wave, come on man, move. This C wave is the bottom, is where this wave 4 ends, the correction. And And actually, let me turn on the 382. Okay, so there you go. Here's my B. Yeah, so it barely touched that 382 and it started bleeding. Alright, so here's my A, here's my B, here's my C. Now, in the smaller degree, oh, come on, man. Get rid of that. Yeah. Alright. This is my 0. Here's my wave 1. On my wave 2, we're going to go down for a wave 3. And because we went 1 degree lower or higher in a wave 1, I'm going to take my 1, 2, 3, 6 and go 1 degree higher. So there's my 3. Pull back typically to the 7, 8, 6. But I think we'll get a deeper pull, or I'm sorry, 1, we'll get a deeper pull back up here. And then we will get down in a wave 5, which typically targets your 1, 7, 8, 6, but I'm going to put it here in 2. Because, again, we were higher in the degree, 1 degree higher in these moves, which actually happens to be a perfect spot for everything to come together in a C wave. So I've got an A, B, C that was measured. Okay. I've got support here at the 5 and the 618, which was the swing I measured for wave 3. I've got resistance here, which hit. There's my analysis. So I can see Apple getting under $100. So yeah, I think once the market finally bleeds, that's where Apple will stop. But here's the good news. There is good news to this story. I mean, technically, if I count this, let's look at the weekly. This could very well be just a wave 1. And then we pull back. Let's try it. This is the weekly. Yeah. This move. Okay, so right there. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, then 5 would be up here. I have to extend my measurement. I mean, this is one move. we pull back, and once we pull back, I mean, we're going to be in a wave 3 on Apple. I mean, this is going to be a hell of a buying opportunity when the market finally bottoms. So that's the flip side of it. So just let the market do its thing. Let the QQQs bleed. Let Apple come down. It needs a deep, healthy pullback to get ready for that wave 3 ride up. So do Tesla. I didn't do Tesla. All right, so for those of you that followed me this morning or on the small account challenge, I posted about Tesla, and Tesla was in this resistance box, and my plan was to start buying Tesla when it gets down into my gold support zone. So, and it sure did, and when it got here in this area, I bought my contracts. So I've got 3 for the account challenge, the Tesla Lotto, that it's the same spread that Danny's playing. I've got 3 contracts and got them at 18 cents a piece. That's so if Tesla, this is green support, okay? So if Tesla for some reason wants to go back down and test this green support, by all means go ahead, because I'm gonna scale right in and take my last position or my last 10% so that I'm 20% in for the lotto. I think that might be excessive, but if I do that, I won't be 20%, but because by the time it hits this zone, it may be going for about 11 cents to 10 cents a contract. That's my prediction. So I might get a few more, maybe 2 more, and average down, but this looks to be somewhat of a clear 1-2 setup, so I'll show you. All right, so I measured the support right here. Oh, come on, where is it? Damn it. So having to have all these fibs up, you can't grab the one you want. There we go. Okay. So I measured, starting here on the bottom to the top. Okay, so basically what I'm doing is I'm starting 100% here, 0% there. I turned on my 618, 764, 100% retracement tools or retracement levels. So basically I'm measuring this swing down, and as we swing down, we should start hitting one of these levels as support. But you'll notice that Tesla got pretty close to the 618, which again is a powerful support level. So if this shakes out, if Tesla continues going higher, here's why I can expect Tesla to do. Where's my damn? Lost it, but oh, it was at the bottom. I'm gonna hide that one. So it looks like I might have a clean one too, but I don't want to say that yet. But you see how this candle here barely touched the 618? That's wave one. That's the wave one level. But remember, support wave one typically doesn't have to come to start to the beginning of the wave. I want it to. If I want it to get to the 764 closer to the 1. But the fact that we got near support, it could hold. But if it comes down, I expect it to come into this level, this area here. It can't break it. If we break it, we have a problem. We're going lower with Tesla. But so I'm expecting once we, maybe next week during triple witching, we might get some upside and then all of a sudden come back down to support next week. But so that's, I'm looking at that, or if this holds and we just go up, this is what I'm looking for. 0, 1, I've got my 2, then we're going to 3, and then we're going to 4 pullback, and then we go grab 5. And 5 would actually get us close to, oh looky, 502, or no, 496. I think, what were our spreads? What did we choose? Lotto play was 495 to 600. So we've got several gaps that need to get filled on the way up, such as this area, okay? So if I can get 5 waves up completed by battery day, I mean, there's a very good chance that we could get to 600 easily. Let's see. Oh shit, I counted a bigger degree. Alright, so if this pullback... Okay, so I measured... Oh, that's so funny. I'm glad I'm doing this. Okay, so this was for long term. So those that are trying to get long on Vesla as an investment. I measured the wave count in the bigger degree, so a daily. And this green support box, I don't know if you guys remember, that was my secondary path when I had 2 paths. I had a gold zone and a pink zone. Gold zone got broke and entered the pink zone, so pink zone took primary. But the fact that we held this area, now we're bouncing, I could count that as a 1, 2 in the bigger degree, and look where 3 is sitting. It's sitting between 866 and 917. Okay, so for those of you getting long on Tesla, if this green zone holds and we continue making these moves up, look where we're going. And then we pull back closer to 622, and then we go to we're gonna go break 1,000. I mean, that's what I was counting on the daily. So there you go. So for Tesla, this, like I said, this needs to hold this green zone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll go grab that 400. Hopefully by battery day. You never know. All right. All right, guys. I think I'm done. It's getting late. Gotta take the little one out to get his ice cream. I'm gonna reset everything. I'm gonna try to take some devices off my freaking Wi-Fi, my router, and see if I can get this picture to come out better, because this never happens to me. I don't know what the hell's going on. I think maybe they're working in the area on my internet, and I'm just feeling the effects. But yeah, so I apologize for the buffering. Um, I'll throw this chart out there so you guys can see what my expectation is for Tesla, and then I'll also put the daily, because if for those of you that didn't see it because it buffered. But yeah. All right, guys, gotta head out. I will be live again in pre-market, so watch out for that. I'm like, it's gonna be a very interesting morning. I'm curious to know if bulls actually get trapped. So, but we'll see. Or not bulls, sorry, if bears got trapped. But yeah, we'll see. All right, guys, have a good night. I'll see you in the morning, or I'll talk to you in the morning.